hurricane shows that it is. This shows that our civil society is still very, very civil. An email went around Janesville, Wisconsin to the various churches and schools, and we wanted to fill up one semi-trailer at Farm and Fleet with a business named Huffcore to send some aid down to the J.J. Watt Foundation, a local hero plays for the Houston Texans. And the next day, when we all collected stuff at our kids' schools, we didn't fill one semi-trailer, we filled 9. That's just in Janesville, Wisconsin, getting aid down to Houston. And so what I think is a good story out of all of this is, in this country, citizens, when they see other citizens in need, they step up and they answer the call. And so it is something that we should take stock and encouragement from. Now, we, government, have a responsibility as well. And as the majority leader said, technology is a good thing and it's helping us. But what it's also doing is it's moving money very fast through the system, as it should. And that is why we will not leave until we get this done, to make sure that the response is there. We've got another hurricane right now, Hurricane Irma, headed to our shores, and it's critical that we act immediately. So for now, we've got to make sure that we team up with our first responders. We are really encouraged and heartened by the people grabbing their boats and going and rescuing their citizens, by people all around America sending aid. And with one more hurricane, one that 185-mile-per-hour winds hitting our shores again, those people in that line are in our thoughts and our prayers. So I just think it's really important that we take stock of the fact that civil society in America is well and alive and is on display. Citizens are helping each other, and the government will be there to respond to the needs of these people who have faced this unprecedented devastation. Any questions?
Mr. Speaker, following the President's decision yesterday on DACA, the bill in Congress's court, and I was wondering whether you would support a standalone bill to address the DACA fix, or whether you think there needs to be broader immigration. And then the second part is, you previously had told conservatives when you became Speaker you would not bring out an immigration bill to the floor without a majority of Republicans supporting it. Do you still stand by that?
Yeah. So first, let me say, President Obama was wrong to do it in the first place because he overstepped his constitutional bounds. We, the President and Congress, take an oath to support and defend the Constitution. So President Trump was right in his decision. He made the right call. I'm also encouraged by the fact that he gave us time to work out a consensus, to find a compromise, because these kids don't, for the most part, don't know any other home than the United States. So I think the President was right to give us the time we need to find that compromise. Where does that compromise exist? That's what we're going to spend the next months figuring out, where that compromise is. But I think it's totally reasonable and appropriate that when you take a look at the DACA dilemma, this is a dilemma that in large part stems from the fact that it is a symptom of a larger problem. And the larger problem is that we do not have control of our borders. And so it's only reasonable and fitting that we also address the root cause of the problem, which is borders that are not sufficiently controlled, while we address this very real and very human problem that's right in front of us. So I think that's perfectly reasonable. As to your second part of your question, we will not be advancing legislation that does not have the support of President Trump, because we're going to work with the President on how to do this legislation. And if we have legislation coming through here that is worked with and supported by the President, I'm very confident that our members will support that.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.